Welcome to John Mcgregor Secondary School. My name's Justin. I'm a student here, grade 9, and my class, Native Arts NAC 101, has created a red dress project in the library. We would love for you to come inside and see what it's all about.
Hi, I'm Jen McQuaid, and I am an art teacher here at John Mcgregor Secondary School. And you're about to see my NAC 10, or the Indigenous Arts class, red dress project. It's inspired by Jamie Black, who is a Métis artist, who started this whole project in Winnipeg by collecting 500 dresses. And from what I've read, she would say that the act of collecting the dresses is just as important as the artwork itself. So here outside the library in the display cases, we have some mannequins that were in our room, as well as various styles that have been placed on them by my students. And this was a last minute addition, but the idea was to reference women from all ages and different lifestyles. So we can see things from party dresses all the way to something a little bit more elaborate in the other one. And hopefully we'll invite you in. You can see what we've done. In the library today, you can see our red dress project, which is inspired by the work of artist Jamie Black. She designed her project to advocate for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, which is a national crisis here in Canada. My Indigenous art class decided to do this as their culminating activity, and we collected dresses from various students and staff, and we also designed smaller dresses on our drawing mannequins. From there, we decided we wanted our installation to be interactive. In the past, our art department has been very successful with interactive projects such as our obliteration room last year, and we decided that we were going to have a centerpiece as well as other interactive stations to include our entire school community. Along the one wall, we have 3 interactive stations, all of which were original white dresses that were drawn by art students. And in the first station, we have a dress that could be worn by someone who was more voluptuous. We wanted to represent different body sizes and age groups. And the first one, we have chalk pastel because we figured it would be an accessible art material that would allow various heights of students as well as students with disabilities to access the bulletin boards. And the pastel allows you to place pastel on even if you do a terrible job making kind of a scribble. You can use your hands to blend it and make it nice and soft, and it'll allow people to layer color and make it nice and easy to work with. The next station is thumbprints. So we have various hues of red, allowing students to put their thumb in the ink and place it anywhere on the dress, thereby placing their mark and physically making a dress together and unifying it with our thumbs. And the final station on the left wall involves weaving with yarn. So we created, again, a white dress that we had pins around, and using red yarn and various hues again, students came along and could weave the dress. And it creates quite an interesting visual impact, I think, when you walk into the room and see these various mediums that create 3 red dresses that weren't there initially. This is the centerpiece of our red dress project. The black dress that is underneath that you can see down here was donated by our lovely Maya. You can wave, Maya. There you go. She actually worked to our gala. One of the quotes from Jamie Black that I found really inspiring was that her goal was to create a presence of these missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls by marking their absence, but creating a presence of them. So our idea was, if you think about mourning someone or going to a funeral, you would wear black. So we chose a black dress, and this fabric that you see is actually from when John Mcgregor used to have a fashion class. We no longer have that. And this fabric has just been sitting in our storage for a few years now. And we decided that, based on several Indigenous principles of not wasting and respecting the world around us, that we are going to reuse as many materials as possible. So my class cut up the red fabric, added safety pins, and then the entire school through this past week has been adding these pieces of fabric to the dress, thereby creating a presence and actively participating in creating a red dress. Down here, you're going to see these are actually pom-poms from red feather that used to be used to make a float. And we decided to use that to create a larger impact of our centerpiece.
was really awkward.
I'm in grade 9.
I'm in grade 10.
There are red dresses to put an awareness for the Red Dress Project that our class is doing. It's to show all the missing and murdered Indigenous women that have gone missing in Canada over the years.
I find the Red Dress Project important because it's very important to bring awareness and show that stuff is going on in the place that we live, in the place that we call home, but we don't really talk about it, so it's great. That the distrust between the Indigenous cultures or tribes and the Canadian RCMP and forces sort of comes together, and they don't have that distrust anymore, just so they can get the help that they need.